Also new at noon, a 16-year-old was arrested on Monday for allegedly breaking into multiple cars to try to steal them. Just after midnight Monday, police responded to Melrose Street where two suspects were seen breaking into three vehicles. All three were Hyundais. Officers located one of the suspects who took off running. Once officers caught up to him, he was taken into custody. Now, due to the suspect's age, his name and photo will not be released. The Springfield Police Department wants to remind Hyundai and Kia drivers to get a steering wheel lock as these cars are still regularly being broken into.